You can't seriously be buying anything that creature told us, right? I mean, it's practically blackmailing us into doing its dirty work.
To be honest, the conversation went on for so long, I'm not sure I understood all of it. How about you, Dohalim? Were you able to follow it at all?
At the very least, everything it said about the Renan Great Spirit adds up. At the end of the day, this whole chain of events comes back to Ast. That being said, had we not previously encountered the will of Dana, I suspect I would find its story much—
The spirit of Rena wants to see Dana completely destroyed.
But why? Astral energy is supposed to be a force that creates and shapes the world.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if we're up against an entire world or what its game is. We're not going to let it destroy Dana.
Right.
There is one other thing that concerns me. How the Great Spirit, the Helganquil, and the Crown Contest are all part of a centuries-long plan is clear enough. But what about the Renans? How do they factor into all this?
Now that you mention it, and all that talk, Hevric 35 never even brought up the Renans once. And as for the Helganquil, we never did find out just what they are either.
Maybe it had a reason for keeping its silence. Or perhaps there's even more going on. Maybe the others will shed more light on the matter. Let's find out. Who are they?
What is it?
Oh, my apologies. It's just been so long since I've seen any humans from the outside world.
Are you a Renan?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. The Overseer told us to answer any questions you might have. Whatever you want to know, we'll tell you as much as we can. But be quick. Our subjects are undergoing a dramatic shift that we don't want to miss.
What a weird guy.
He must have meant Hevric 35 when he mentioned that Overseer.
And what was that about subjects? You don't think he meant Dana and Rena, do you?
There isn't anyone else we can talk to. I guess we should ask around here.
Have you guys lived up here in Dag Fazel with Hevric 35 for a long time?
Yes. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head just how long it's been, though. We regularly go into stasis, so our sense of time has gotten rather out of whack over the years.
Why are you all even here in the first place?
Originally, This station was where we worked to perform maintenance on Lenegis from the outside.
We heard that the facility ended up in its current location due to an accident.
Oh, it was terrible. Apparently there was some kind of accident, and when help never arrived, they presumed the entire facility had been destroyed.
And you've been working for Hevrecht 35 ever since?
Well, at first we thought that there was nobody else inside the facility, but then it turned out the Overseer was there all along.
What do you mean?
The Helganquil have the technology to cloak themselves around us Renans. As long as they don't do anything obvious, a Renan won't see one, even if it's right in front of them.
Which would explain why Shion and I failed to notice the Red Women previously. Do they employ an astral art of some sort?
I haven't been able to scientifically confirm it for myself, but from what I understand, the type of cloaking they use is primarily achieved through mechanical means. In addition, they also used hypnosis devices and information control to get us to do what they wanted without being detected. It's a pretty sophisticated operation, especially since it avoids any unnecessary conflict. I have to imagine that's how Lenegis is still run.
But aren't the Helganquil themselves controlled by the Great Spirit? If so, why aren't Renans affected by it in the same way?
The Great Spirit's mind control only works on Helganquil, so they had to employ other means to manipulate us Renans.
You act like this didn't affect you personally. If I was you, I'd be mad as hell at their deceptions.
I mean, sure, I was surprised when I first found out about it, but it happened so long ago.
Hevrecht 35 has clearly ceased concealing itself, though. Why is that?
Who can say? My guess is it just got bored, or maybe even a little lonely.
Don't you want to go back home to Rena or Lenegis? Our ship is going to be fixed pretty soon. You could ride with us.
No way. If we went back after knowing the truth, they'd either just brainwash us or purge us outright. After all this time, there's nothing to be gained from going back. We've all agreed it'd be best to simply stay here and watch everything unfold instead. Things are going just fine with the Overseer. Not that it'll be around much longer. It can't extend its life any further. That said, I'm sure it's pleased to see the final stage of the plan before it passes on, though.
Thank you for answering our questions. Can we talk to you for a few minutes?
Sure. It's going to be a while before the two planets undergo their next shift, so I can talk until then.
Please, tell us what you know about the Helganquil.
You mean the Overseer's species? I can't say I know much about them.
Well, for starters, where'd they come from?
Where else? From Rena, obviously.
From Rena? Wait, are you telling us those things live right alongside the Renans down there?
Of course not. There's really no such thing as Renans in the first place.
Excuse me?
Oh, I thought the Overseer explained everything.
Apparently not.
Please, tell us more.
Well, in a nutshell, the Renans were originally created from Danans by the Helganquil.
But if that's true, then that would mean there aren't any people on Rena.
There aren't. But there are Helganquil. That's what the name literally means in their language. People of Rena.
But what need could they possibly have to create a whole new race of people?
It was a way to bolster their dwindling workforce. I trust you're aware that the Helganquil are on the verge of extinction, yes? In essence, we were created to carry on their work for the Great Spirit after they all die. They gathered Danans who had an affinity for astral arts and proceeded from there. That's why we, as their descendants, can all cast arts, albeit to varying degrees.
Let me get this straight. Are you saying Renans were originally created from Danans that the Helganquil kidnapped?
Wait, that explains why almost nobody can use Astro Arts on Dana now.
Helganquil technology is truly amazing. The way they alter their bodies is far less invasive than your conventional surgeries. They have these tiny machines that are practically invisible, which they insert into their bodies and...
Enough! You needn't tell us anymore.
How can you speak so calmly about all of this?
I guess I can see how, when viewed in a certain light, their ways may sound grotesque. But if you ask me, I think they ultimately did us a favor. They saved us from crawling the earth in ignorance. If it meant their hands had to get a little dirty in the process, then so be it. Anyway, the Helganquil are the real Renans. Personally, I don't think it's such a big deal. They're also mostly the ones behind what you see going on between the two planets. I think that covers just about everything worth knowing.
I see. Thanks for filling us in.
Does he really expect us to believe that Renans never truly existed? How absurd.
Dohalim.
Just when I think we're getting to the bottom of it all, some new revelation smacks us in the face.
Then let's hope this is our last revelation for a while. Do you know anything about a spirit channeling plan?
If you mean the first plan from 300 years ago, then yes. Do you know what its main objective was?
Yes. It was to use Lenegis to siphon off Dana's astral energy and send it to Rena.
Exactly. However, there were two problems we had to consider. First was how to collect and send such a large quantity of astral energy without it becoming sentient. Second, we had to figure out how to convert Dana's energy so it would be compatible with Rena.
I take it the solutions to those problems were to use the wedge for the collection, and then the Sovereign and Maiden to convert the energy.
We have a winner! However, the first plan failed when the Sovereign was overwhelmed and became frenzied. The reason for that is because the Maiden lost control. I'm told he slaughtered many Renans in Helganquil that day. For the next plan, we tried to recreate the Renis Alma, but we didn't have nearly enough of the other non-dark astral energy types. To amend that, we set our sights on Dana, and implemented a system whereby we could extract energy from it.
And the crown contests began.
Correct. Since the Maiden had been the failing point in the previous plan, it was decided to replace her role with machinery to avoid further mishaps. A new Sovereign had to be made as well. It was such tremendously difficult work, its success was dubious. But from the look of things, it would appear such worries were unfounded.
So that's what the purpose of that room we found in the Forbidden Zone was.
What about the flower that sprouted from Rena?
Flower? Oh, that thing. That's the physical manifestation of all the astral energy that's been harvested from Dana. As I'm sure you've noticed, it's quite a lot of energy. At this point, it's likely that it's become physically integrated with Rena's planetary structure.
Hevric 35 mentioned that the spirit channeling plan is entering its final stage. Is that true?
It is. I never thought I would live to see the day with my own eyes, and yet here we are. Are we done talking now? If it's all the same to you, I'd really rather not miss anything that's about to happen.
He talks like the potential end of the world is just another day on the job.
You've got to remember that these guys have been living alone up here for a long time. Who knows what shape their minds are in?
It feels like our whole world has been turned upside down. Is there anything we know that's still true at this point?
Seriously, I'm still trying to process the fact that we Renans were created by the Helganquil, let alone the Sovereign and Maiden stuff.
Let's take a moment to gather ourselves. I know all of this is a lot to believe and take in, but I think it's fair to say that we've found the answers we've been looking for. Does everyone agree?
Agreed. Though I'll admit that I never expected it to all boil down to Rena's great spirit being behind everything.
Everything that's happened, everything we've endured, it's all because of astral energy.
And to get that energy, the Great Spirit took control of the Helganquil. Then the Helganquil created the Renans, who went on to invade and rule over the Danans.
Plus, the reason the Great Spirit can't directly control the Renans as well is likely because they were originally Danans all along.
Either way, I think it's fair to say we've all had a lot to take in at once. Maybe too much, even. We should probably take it easy and rest our minds a bit. Why don't we all take some time to think things over, before we decide on our next move?
That's a good idea, Kisara. If the Renan Great Spirit really is behind all this, then we've got a really big fight ahead of us. Because it's not just Dana on the line, but Rena too. If we're going to do this, we need to be completely sure of ourselves. So let's go ahead and break off for now. We aren't in any immediate danger, so we should be okay. You sure you don't want to be alone right now?
I could ask you the same question.
I figured I'd get all my thinking in while walking around and checking up on everybody.
I'll go along with you. I'm interested to hear what's on everyone's minds too.
Sounds good. Let's go find them.
Everyone's just gone their own way.
Everything we thought we knew. It was all just a fabrication that the Red Women, no, that the Helganquil made up.
Right. Assuming we can believe anything that Hevric 35 has told us, that is.
Well, if the names are anything to go by, it's possible the Helganquil could be behind the fruits of Helgen too.
But if Hevric 35 was telling the truth, and this was all just one massive lie, does that mean everything we've done up until now has been pointless?
No, I don't think so. Or at least I hope not. I think it just means we've lost our foothold for now. That's all.
Really? Well then, if we've lost it, I guess we'll just have to find another. All of us together. And if we can't find one, then we'll make a new one. End of story.
Make one, huh? I see. Right then. Count me in.
Oh, it's you two. Does he seem like he's doing any better now?
He who? Oh, you mean Dohalim, don't you?
I know that we're all struggling to wrap our minds around it all, but he looked like he was taking it really hard earlier.
What do you think about everything we've learned? About the Renans, and the Great Spirit, and all that?
On some level, I'm not even really sure what to think, to be honest. I mean, the Great Spirit is like a huge natural disaster, but with a mind and will of its own. But if that thing's hellbent on trying to destroy our planet, then the only thing left for us to do is stop it. As for the Renans, I suppose my feelings on that are a bit more mixed.
How so?
Coexistence between Danans and Renans in Menancia is still a work in progress. In my case, I think that's partly because deep down, I was still on guard around Renans. So, to be told that they're like us, that they're actually just like us is, well, I guess it's a little deflating, to be honest.
You kept a pretty level head.
You mean about the Renans? At the end of the day, the Helganquil and the Great Spirit are the ones who are responsible. But at the same time, I realize that not every Danan is necessarily going to believe that either.
I know you're already aware of this, but the list of grievances the Danans have against the Renans is long, and understandably so. And if people then find out that they're all actually one and the same, yeah, I don't think they're going to take to it too kindly.
Even just among the Danans, I'm sure there'll be some who emerge with power and some who won't. I think if we can find a way to get rid of that imbalance, then we'll be in a truly good place.
Well, first we can try to figure out what to do about the existing conflicts we have.
Yeah. It'd be nice if one day people could learn to get past their hatred like Rinwell did.
It's no small task. We can't pretend like the past didn't happen and ask people—
Right. Everybody has their reasons for feeling the way that they do. In a worst-case scenario, it might...
And we all have to figure out how to meet halfway. Not just...
That's an interesting way of...
It's true. Everybody has their own scars, their own trauma. The first step to healing those wounds, it won't be achieved through reasoning. But I think it's a good first step. And now, I think I see a way to move forward. But to do...
You both seem awfully calm.
Only because after everything we've seen, we don't have the energy to keep being shocked.
How are you holding up, Rinwell? That whole talk about the Renans looked like it shook you up a bit.
Yeah. I get this sinking feeling whenever I remember how Danon mages like my family were persecuted and died out. And now, I finally know why that is. But I was thinking, if Renans end up living together with Danons again, then mages won't be such an unusual thing to see on Dana anymore, right? I know it's not as simple as all that, but Danons probably won't be so quick to let their guards down, and there might be Renans who still act superior because of their arts.
It wouldn't surprise me. 300 years of bad blood and prejudice isn't going to be an easy thing to overcome.
Yeah. I know firsthand just how much hatred can take hold in your heart once you let it in. But even so, I was still able to change. And if I can change, so can anyone else. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know, I could use my position as both a Danon and a mage to help bring both sides together.
Rinwell.
That great spirit worries me too, though. Dana's will feels so warm and inviting. So why is Rena's will trying to destroy our entire planet?
Now that you mention it, Everett 35 and the other scientists here never really...
Maybe. But regardless, at the end of the day,
We won't. We'll keep it safe no matter what.
I still can't believe it, man.
You're not the only one still trying to make...
Really? You've never struck me as the...
Did you forget what happened back in Thistleum? Once my memory started coming back to me, I felt...
It was really that...
Yeah, it was. But thanks to Law and everybody else, I remembered that...
Man, I think you might be a better guy than me, Alphen. All I can remember thinking was, when's this guy gonna get his act together?
Law.
I was too worried about repeating the same mistakes I'd made back with my dad, and running away from the truth. That was no way to live. And I've tried to stay strong, my way. But all this talk about other races and the world ending, if I can be honest with you guys, it's just all too much for me to handle right now.
I know this is going to sound strange coming from me, but maybe the key is not to worry too much about the big stuff right now.
Oh?
I used to worry all the time about my thorns, for obvious reasons, but I never really opened up to anyone about them. And when I realized my visions pointed to a threat that was bigger than me, I didn't know what I should do, or who to tell. But that's when I finally got it. You guys were all there for me, to teach me what's really important. I just had to open up and listen.
In other words, if you let the big picture stuff get you all muddled up inside, you'll begin to lose sight of what you really care about. Yeah, I think you're right.
The thing that's most important, what I really care about, all I want to do is protect the people that really matter to me, to fight for them. That's good enough, right?
Not everyone is strong enough to fight.
Huh?
It's something your dad told me once when he was still alive. Law, you know you're strong enough to fight, and you're strong enough to protect the people you care about. Forget all the big stuff going on. Just don't lose sight of what you want to protect in the first place. Sound good?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it does. It's like a big weight's been lifted off my shoulders. I'll fight to protect the people around me. Just like I always have. I think that's best.
I apologize for making you witness that.
You mean hearing the origins of the Renans?
Indeed. It's shocking to have so many things I thought to be indelible fade away in mere seconds.
Even I'm still not sure everything we've heard here is actually true.
Let's not delude ourselves. If what we've heard is a lie, it's a rather elaborate one. I can only imagine that you must have been constantly feeling like this, ever since your memory returned, Alphen. And you as well, Shion. About your thorns, and being a maiden.
That's just part of being alive, don't you think?
Well, to say the least. But enough about me. I'm not concerned for myself. What concerns me is all of the other Renans out there.
When you say the other Renans, you mean the ones that are living on Lenegis or Dana, right?
Correct. Even if we stop the Great Spirit from annihilating Dana, our problems will still remain. Putting aside the untold state that Rena may be in, if we do not truly belong there, we will have to think long and hard about where it is that we wish to return to.
So, I guess your only real choices at this point are to either stay on Lenegis, or come down to Dana, huh? And right now, Lenegis might not even be a safe option.
And at the same time, Danans are hardly likely to embrace Renans with open arms. If the issue is forced, things could turn dire. There is, after all, 3 centuries worth of hatred to overcome between us. And the victims of our rule have absolutely every right to feel animosity towards us Renans. Our own circumstances as the aggressors are irrelevant.
I didn't expect the former Lord of Menancia to be so down about people reconciling.
Menancia's fate was a stroke of good luck. There had been backlash over how it had been ruled, and I was blessed to have sympathizers among my ranks. Still, even now, there remain ardent dissidents.
But things can still change if you have the right people to help lead the way. Isn't that what you hope to achieve on Lenegis, after this is all over?
Indeed. I have fully accepted the burden of that responsibility. In that regard, I remain determined. On that note, I have something of a favor to ask of you, Alphen.
Oh? What is it?
I wish for you to serve as a mediator so that the Renans can live on Dana peaceably. As the one and only Blazing Sword, I suspect the Danans may listen to what you have to say when problems arise.
And I take it that you'll be the one to represent the Renans?
Yes. I realize that I'm asking quite a lot of you. However, the fact of the matter is that it will take time for Renans to re-enter Danan society without any bloodshed. That is why...
You're the same as ever, Dohalim.
Is it too much?
No, relax. You get so tense and formal when you're asking for a favor. Listen, there's no need for that. We're friends.
You're too kind. I can see you were raised well.
That's some high praise, Alphen.
Then I'll ask once again, this time just as friends. Alphen, will you help me?
You don't even need to ask. Of course I will.
Thank you, my friend.
Well, it sounds like everyone's learning from their past and using it to create a better future for everyone.
What about you, Shion? How do you feel about the origin of the Renans?
To be honest, I'm not really all that shocked, actually. I mean, I might be a Renin in the literal sense, but I've never really felt like one of them. Right now, it's kind of a mystery.
How do you mean?
Because for a really, really long time, all I ever thought about was how I was going to die. Not if or when, but how. I thought I'd die alone. That fate had me in its steely grip. I would have never imagined that I'd be traveling with someone like you, fighting to save Rena and Dana. I mean, how could I have? It's been going on for 300 years. All this tragedy and destruction. When you consider the Helganquil's part in all this, it's been even longer than that. It was Naori's hope that somehow, someone in the future would be able to stop it, before it was too late. How it fell on us, of all people, to heed that call, is a mystery.
I don't think Naori was hoping that we would just stop the world from getting destroyed. She considered me, a Danon, as a real person. And she very much cherished her own people, too. I don't think she wanted the world to be saved, just so they could go back to hurting each other. Oh, maybe this is what she meant.
Huh?
When we were talking to Kisara earlier, about all that stuff like everyone's needing to meet halfway and embrace each other's pain and suffering. She said that the first step down that path was for each of us to put aside our own hatred. That means forgiving other people, even and especially before they forgive you.
Forgiving. So it goes both ways, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I don't just mean forgiving things that happened in the past either. Conflicts will keep happening. If we have any hope of moving on and building a better future, we have to all learn to forgive each other.
You know, you're right. People can hurt one another without even meaning to. I know that better than most, thanks to these thorns.
It's not going to be easy getting past this pain. But if we can do it, I'm sure there'll come a time when we can all truly understand each other. I'm there with you, Shion. I too want to protect the world we live in, and all the people we care about. I think that's the very least I can do to repay Naori for everything that she did.
Yeah. I want a future that she would feel proud to live in, and I'm going to fight for it.
Whoa there, Savior Girl. We're here to save you too, you know.
Yes, I know. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I want to live, and that's the honest truth.
Well, is everybody ready to do what needs to be done?
I am. There's a lot to think about, but at the end of the day, Dana's still in danger. I don't care who we're up against. We'll kick their ass.
What are your thoughts, Alphen? I want to know what's on your mind, too.
Like Law said, if we have to fight the Great Spirit on Rena, then so be it. It's trying to rob us of our entire world. And it's going to take not just our home, but all of existence along with it. That alone is enough to make it our enemy. But it's not only that. One way or another, I think beating the Great Spirit is going to be tied to us saving Shion.
You're saying there's a chance?
You're referring to the vision of destruction we all saw in Lenegis, I take it?
Yeah. 3 centuries ago, the astral energy that appeared at the spirit channeling ceremony showed Naori that vision. And to hear Shion tell it, it's the same one that she sees from her own thorns as well.
Indeed. Shion's thorns are comprised of dark astral energy, the one type which we know is native only to Rena. And if Rena's great spirit is what's behind Dana's pending destruction, then...
Shion's thorns are the Great Spirit? It's not actually on Rena like we thought?
We don't know anything for certain. At the very least, though, I think it's possible her thorns are a part of the Great Spirit.
while the main body resides in Rena.
Shion.
If these thorns really are a part of Rena's great spirit, I'm going to go over there and give it a piece of my mind and then some.
The question is, how do we confront it? Suffice it to say, that flower growing out of Rena is enormous, large enough to house the will of an entire planet. The Wedge and Lenegis were both hard enough for us to overcome in their own right. This is an altogether greater challenge for merely 6.
And we only know about the Thorn's connection thanks to Naori.
Hevric 35 has been observing the great astral spirit this whole time. It wouldn't ask us to fight it unless it has a plan of some sort. Let's go see what that is. Our minds are made up. Let's...
So if the Sovereign and Maiden were originally boot-up programs for Lenegis, what about now?
Even with the Forbidden Zone in ruins and the Renis Alma stolen, Lenegis is functioning fine. If it needed us before, it doesn't appear to now.
First they lumber you with a position you never asked for, then you're discarded like you're nothing? Who the hell do they think they are?
More importantly, who do they think we are? We might not even factor into their list of concerns.
I just hope everyone on Lenegis is safe.
Worst comes to worst, Lenegis is equipped with a large number of starships that people can escape in.
Wait, explode?
In any case, if we're truly going to make a difference, it's on Rena we're needed, not
Right.
Do you have your answer for me?
We want to ask something first. You're asking us to fight an entire planet. How exactly do you expect us to do that? You must have something up your sleeve, or else you wouldn't put us up to it.
The great astral spirit is an immense being, but its actual will does not run throughout its entire body. Rather, its will is derived from the core, which supports the rest of the body, and is where its strength is most densely concentrated. Therefore, if you destroy the core, the Great Spirit shall become unable to maintain sentience, and return to being ordinary astral energy.
And how are we supposed to destroy that core?
By using the Renis Alma. You will also need the assistance of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. They are our best tools for suppressing and controlling astral energy. Using their powers, the Maiden shall seal the great astral spirit within her body, and the Sovereign shall wield the power of the Renis Alma to destroy it.
Hold on. That sounds a lot like what Shion described before.
Yeah, killing herself to take out the thorns with her.
She was actually right all along.
By my calculations, your powers combined should be sufficient to destroy the great astral spirit and disperse its energy widely enough to make it difficult to reform.
What will happen to the Maiden once we manage to beat the great astral spirit?
Any matter contained within the field of destruction shall be erased.
So it really will kill me.
This method is the most simple one available to destroy the Great Spirit, and is therefore our most reliable option.
What are our other options?
There is little reason to consider alternative courses of action when the most optimal among them is so clear.
You don't get it. I promised Shion that she wouldn't die, that we'd save the world without needing to sacrifice her. We didn't fight this whole time just to give up on her at the very end. If there's any other way to take out the Great Spirit, I want to hear it.
This plan shall lead to the fewest losses in preserving your world. Abandoning it is irrational. It is vital that you proceed with this plan. A part of Rena's great astral spirit already resides within her. 300 years ago, the Great Spirit descended upon Lenegis in an attempt to assume direct control of the spirit channeling ceremony. We have reason to believe the Great Spirit left part of itself behind, and that it now resides in the Maiden.
Which would make Alphen's earlier hypothesis correct.
That part inside the Maiden belongs to the core, and can be used by the great astral spirit to revive itself. So long as it remains, it will be all but impossible to fully eradicate the Great Spirit. That is why it is necessary for it to be vanquished only once it is whole. Without the Maiden's direct control over the Great Spirit, attacking it is futile, and will only serve to strengthen it.
No.
Wait. Naori said that the Renis Alma can suppress the self-realization of astral energy, and that the thorns could be neutralized by placing them in it. If so, can't the same also be done to the Great Spirit, seeing as the thorns are simply part of it?
Well, can it?
It is true that the Renis Alma is capable of what you suggest, and could contain the great astral spirit.
Yes!
However, doing so requires fine control on the level of the spirit channeling ceremony. Considering that the Renis Alma was previously lost when that ceremony failed, I cannot allow it. Its uncertainty is simply too great.
What does that mean for us if you won't allow it?
Your starship will not be restored, and you will all be unable to leave here.
Why you?
Fine then. I'd rather stay here and rot than do it your way.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dana's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that happen, and we have nothing to gain either way, then I'd rather do nothing. We want to stop Dana from getting destroyed. We want to save it. But not if it means having to sacrifice one of us in the process. If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Alphen.
What you say is irrational. Be that as it may, I shall accede to your demand.
You'll agree?
I am an observer. The Sovereign, Maiden, and Renis Alma are my species' greatest achievement. I wish to see how well they work against the Great Spirit in light of our demise by its hands.
But what are we supposed to do about the Renis Alma? One of your buddies ran off with it back on Lenegis.
It is likely that the Renis Alma is with the Great Spirit, functioning as a catalyst for it to receive Dana's astral energy.
So our only option to retrieve it is to head straight for the Great...
According to my observations, the astral energy is most densely concentrated in the center of Rena, where the Great Spirit's core is located.
So right in the middle of that giant flower, then.
I have one more question. You've said that Rena's great astral spirit is already integrated with the planet. What will happen to Rena once it vanishes?
Without the will of the Great Spirit, Rena is predicted to collapse. Even in such a scenario, the energy will disperse, and the Great Spirit will likely not reform.
So you're saying that even if we manage to beat the Great Spirit without destroying it, we'll still be in danger?
Likely, the collapse will occur in stages. It is recommended that you all escape before the final stage.
Man, I wish that thing would tell it to us straight for once.
Hevrek 35 and the others have gotten used to hypothesizing from afar is all. Fix our starship. We're going to Rena.
Excellent.
But I want to make one thing clear. We're doing this for ourselves, to protect what matters to us. We're not doing it for your sake, or because you told us to. Remember that.
It matters little to me. The end result shall be the same. Repair work on your starship has commenced. You'll have to wait until it's finished.
Man, is it too much to ask for Hevrek 35 to talk like a normal person?
Is the Renis Alma really our only hope against the Great Spirit? There has to be another way, right?
Shion's Fire Master Core was able to suppress astral energy to prevent it from gaining sentience, right? Couldn't we make use of that somehow?
I'm not sure. In small doses, maybe. And with the amount of energy we're talking about here.
Back in Calaglia, the Blazing Sword was able to take in a whole spirit vessel's worth of energy. If it has the capacity to manage that, it can do this, right?
Except after it absorbed the energy, it ended up releasing it all moments later, remember? Let's not forget, it nearly killed you. Besides, this is the Great Spirit we're talking about, not a paltry vessel. Even if I could use the Master Core, your body wouldn't be able to take the strain of channeling that much energy.
Hevrek 35 didn't mention it, and it did not seem the type to skimp on details, so assuming it's even possible, the chances are slim to none.
You're probably right.
You still thinking about what the scientists told us? About where Renans really come from?
I am, but not for myself.
You're worried about the future of the Renan people.
The fact that our people have been the same this whole time will only give the Danans further reason to resent us.
But you still intend to confront this truth head-on, don't you?
Well, I did declare that I would live my life for the living, and not the dead. Even as I dream of retirement, I shall remain dedicated to the cause.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever heard you criticize or reproach us Renans even once.
I'm no saint. I have skeletons in my closet too. There was definitely a time when I hated Renans for who they were. I hated them just for being Renan. But you changed that, Dohalim. You gave me an opportunity to see them in a different light. Thanks to your reforms, we were able to stand next to Renans not as slaves, but as equals for the first time in our lives. Of course, I'm sure there were some Renans who still hated us on the inside. But we knew that not all of you were like that. There were those of you who were good, and that was a start. When it comes down to it, Renans are just people. They can be good or bad, just like Danans.
That is, in essence, the heart of your approach, isn't it? That we're all people.
Yeah, it is. When you can pull someone aside and talk to them one-on-one, then you have the chance to come to an understanding. But as soon as you stereotype, that chance goes away, and you stop thinking of them as people that you can relate to.
I understand what you're saying, but we're talking about massive numbers of Renans and Danans alike. Realistically speaking, surely they won't all be able to get along.
Even if we end up butting heads with one person, maybe we'll find better luck among their friends. If we can build a society that works like that, that'll be something worth nurturing and protecting.
So you wish for people to form real bonds and do away with the hierarchy outright?
Yes, I do. I think it would make for a fine... Do you still plan to return to Lenegis when the...
Indeed I do. I don't know whether I'll be able to reside in Lenegis proper, however.
You'll always have a home in Menancia. Yeah. Well, if you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to come... Doe.
Did you just... Never mind. Thank you, Kisara. I appreciate your patience as I work all this out.
Don't even mention it. And really, when you think about it, now that we know the two of us aren't so different after all, don't you think that brings down a barrier that used to be between us?
You know, I hadn't actually thought of it that way before. But I do like the sound of it.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Hey, why'd you call me here? Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Well, if everything we've heard about the Great Spirit is true, then we're getting close to our final battle. So I wanted to apologize while I can.
Apologize? For what?
I was being real stupid before, about whether Dana's will had been controlling us and all that. I get why you're angry now. Anybody would be if something they trusted was being questioned. So, I'm sorry, Rinwell. Really. I should have kept my mouth shut.
No, Law. Honestly, I think you might have been onto something. Of course you were worried. Who wouldn't be if they found out there might be some invisible force pulling our strings this whole time?
But you really trust Dana's will, don't you? Is it because you can sense it a lot more than the rest of us? Because you can understand it?
Yeah, I think that might be part of it. But I think I also want to believe it's good.
Believe?
Remember how I used to really resent coming from a family of mages?
Yeah, of course. Because you were always on the run and had to live in hiding.
When we rescued Zephyr and I finally decided to come along with you all, something changed inside me. It was the first time I felt like my powers had any meaning, even if that meaning was only helping you guys fight. Then, when I felt Dana's will, I was overwhelmed by how vast and warm it was. It made me want to believe my powers were made to connect with it. It made me believe I had a bigger purpose.
So that's why you hope it doesn't turn out to be bad. You almost need it to be kind.
Yeah.
Well, alright. Then I promise I'll lay off bad-mouthing it.
You will?
There's no way for me to know for sure one way or the other, right? But you trust it, Rinwell, and that's enough for me. So I'll trust it because you do.
Remember what I said about neither planet's great spirit reaching us here?
Yeah?
That's not quite true. I can feel just a little bit of Rena's inside you and everyone else.
You... what?
I sensed it when we first got here. It's a really small amount, so it doesn't feel like it has a will of its own. But I think that's how Dana's energy probably is too.
So you're saying there's a little bit of Dana's will inside each of us? In a way, doesn't that mean we're all Dana's will?
What?
Well, like you said, unless Dana's energy comes together, it has no will. So if we all have a little bit of Dana's astral energy inside us...
Yeah, maybe...
Hevrick 35 might know the answer. But, you know what? I don't need to ask it. My will is my own. I fight for who I want to fight for. That's who I am now. Who I've become. So thanks, Rinwell, for sharing that with me.
Ah.
To be honest, the only reason I was suspicious of Dana's will... Well, I mean, it mostly was... I feel like you and I had grown apart lately, and I was worried it was because...
Huh?
Never mind. Nothing. Just forget about it.
Huh? No, what were you saying?
Saying? I don't remember
Come
saying
on.
anything.
Now you won't tell me what you were thinking?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Then spit it out already.
You sure you don't want to get some rest?
I can't. I've got too much on my mind. Especially knowing how close our last battle is. How are you doing, Xion?
Same as you, still trying to absorb everything.
Remember when it was so simple? We were only fighting all the lords on Dana? All of that feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
Ages and ages ago. Everything that's happened since we first met. So many fights, so much chaos, so many wonderful people.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have met all of you. I never would have held the blazing sword or looked for something more. I wouldn't have my memories back. I'd still be a faceless slave, like as not long dead.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to promise me something.
Yeah?
If we can't find the Renis Alma, there's something I want you to do. Like Hevrick 35 said, the only way we can end the Great Spirit for good is to go after both the main body in Rena and the thorns in me. I need you to promise me, Alphen, that if for some reason we can't get the Renis Alma back, you'll use the blazing sword to destroy the Great Spirit, and me along with it.
Huh?
It's true the blazing sword may not have the strength of the Renis Alma. But it's taken us this far. It's slain lords and beasts. At the very least, it has to be worth a try.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything
Listen,
that we've...
the Great Spirit isn't just our problem. It's a threat to our entire world. Renans and Danans alike. We don't know what's going to happen when we face it, but we need to be prepared for anything. We can't second-guess ourselves when the time comes. I promise you, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm prepared to fight with absolutely everything I've got. But if it comes down to it, I need you to be prepared too.
Okay. But you should know that I'm not going to give up on you, Xion. I'm going to fight this until the very end. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Alphen. Okay, I understand. And I'll forgive you.
Thank you, Xion.
So it's a promise then?
Yeah, it's a promise.
I remember how I felt the first time you touched me. My thorns made any contact a mistake no one would ever make twice. After they'd seen what could happen, fear would always linger behind their eyes. In my entire life, I never had someone willingly reach out to me. But when you reached out to me and gently took my hand, you didn't react at all. It was so easy for you. I don't have words for the shock I felt in that moment.
That's because I couldn't feel pain back then.
Even once you could, though, you still chose to keep reaching out to me. And when you did, I felt this warmth that I had never known before. But still, I hate having to see you suffer through it every time you do.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
You think so?
I do, because Xion,
No. You can tell me once my thorns are gone. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Everybody get enough rest? We ready for this?
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. Can't stand around waiting all day.
Our task is relatively straightforward. We need only descend down to Rena, defeat the Great Spirit, and restore stability to both worlds.
We're fighting for a new future for both Dana and Rena.
Right. We've come this far. We will save our worlds. That's a promise.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear down.
Repairs on your starship are complete. Everything is in working order.
Is that you, Hevrek 35? You can see us from where you are?
I can. I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dake Faisal.
Sounds like someone's a peeping Tom.
Maybe we should give Hevrect 35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women used on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship. They are held...
Using the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without
Wait, should?
You'll need to be careful. Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
We gotta go all the way down just walking?
Will all the Helganquil go back to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage. As such, it would be illogical to risk the success of the mission.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about...
Well?
Hold up, did you just...
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy. Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see this through to the end.
You mean it is because of multiple chance interactions? The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand. All right, time to get back on the phones.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled—
You know what that means. Time to go to—
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude, until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rena.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying.
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renin graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just—
No, because
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renaissance using the Sovereign and Maiden's power.
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channel.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, the problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renaissance, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renin rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing.
Renins, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and...
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different as someone having a musical... Not differences, so much as character.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow.
There will no longer be any...
That's where we come in. We can set the Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging
It's a little early to be giving it.
A man can dream, though. A man...
Oh, we didn't say there's anything...
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let...
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and...
Just a friendly suggestion.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Hey! Hey!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients...
What? No! I mean... Wait.
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers...
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then...
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech...
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till...
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow...
Huh. But if that's true...
It would mean... Just...
Not... hugely? Hey, Kisara, while I've got you, what's on tonight's menu?
Get him, Hoodle.
Ah!
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep... Ow, ow, ow!
You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a...
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this...
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a...
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be...
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down. So...
Exterminate them? Whoa.
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetic...
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original...
First people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat.
I hope we find a way to be able to live side...
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities.
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to...
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that...
Well, I guess when you look at it that way...
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Okay, here I go. It's time to the top!
Watch this! Alter things! Watch it! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Armor won't save you!
Eternal devastation!
Leave the enemy's arms to me!
No complaints here!
I'll take you all on!
Watch it!
Eternal devastation! Ignite!
Here's the healing art! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Here I come!
Resonate with the earth!
You picked the wrong fight! Eternal devastation! Dragon swarm!
Healing circle!
Eternal devastation! Okay, here I go!
Be careful not to...
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! My turn! Crush! No escape! Double demon fest! It exploded?
Don't get caught in the blast!
Regenerate! Armor won't save you!
Dragon swarm!
Here's evil!
No
Let us
escape!
take to the fray!
I'm ready! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! Eternal devastation! Crush!
Inferno Punch! These sticks have got your name on them! Eat this!
Mine!
Hurricane!
Eagle Fire! You're on!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Alphen.
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting.
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything...
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it...
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. You have to stay the course.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all...
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helgang.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches...
Hey, these guys built Lenegus, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really, or rather, Was that the only use the Great Spirit let... We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is...
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become... To think of the promise their accomplishments once...
Do you think we could have got...
Like all of us, you mean?
I think we may...
You and... On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedies after...
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive in the past 300 years. Oh, even before...
Regarding the past 3 centuries, at least, I'd say there's a good... Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around...
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point...
What do you mean where it leads?
And that doesn't strike you as sounding...
Yeah, there must...
Borrow one of the...
If it works for them...
You know what he's...
Looks like trouble with capital T!
Together, we've got this!
I'll make it work!
I'll take you all on!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Here I come! It's over! Crush!
Slow away! Can you take it, Take this!
Take this! You're finished! Crush!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps pound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Eternal devastation! It's over! Blow away!
Blow away!
I'm not done!
Annihilation! Here,
Take this!
They smite with black. Now I'm real mad!
Freeze Lancer!
Eat this!
Double demon fang! Here I come!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Totally! In an instant! Impact claw!
We can really make weapons with this?
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil.
I'd say it's likely.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danans. But it was... Now, it turns out they themselves were once...
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something in...
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Xion and Dohalim to choose to fight along. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections.
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and...
Yeah. Where there's hope, there...
What'd he say?
He said...
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
Eternal devastation!
These things really get on my nerves.
Dragonfly freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Xion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
You're mine!
That'll bring you down.
It's over! I'll take you all on!
Do it!
Thrilling performance.
Astral energy! Full throttle!
More Suko?
Keep calm and take them down.
Mirage!
Freeze Lancer!
Eternal devastation!
Tear!
Ignite!
Soaring blast!
Here, soul!
Now I'm into it!
Here,
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that? It just did
You're finished!
Swallow down!
You're finished!
Ether Soul! I'll finish you here now!
Do it!
In an instant! Impact block! More?
Take it!
Reflect on that.
Here
Here I come! Here! You're finished!
Annihilation!
Eagle assault! Crush it! Swallow dance! Blow away! Take this! It's over! Take this! Dragon Swarm! I'm ready! Megasonic Thrust! First Lightning Slash! Megasonic
We got
Thrust!
the advantage.
More? Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry.
Do it.
Log on.
Take it! Go! It's
I
over!
can carve through armor.
Megasonic!
Downfall! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Megasonic Thrust! Take this!
Freeze Lancer! Don't mind if I do!
I'm on it.
Take it! Megasonic Thrust! It's over!
Glacial Spear!
Take
Pierce
this!
evil!
You're finished!
Hurricane.
Eat this!
Where are you going?
I'm ready! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Come on! I owe you one! You're finished! Now I can...
I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw. Elusive deity. Hitting
You're finished!
Elusive deity.
Here!
Dragon Swarm! Reload!
Take
Water, hear my call!
Next!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Almost done! Eternal devastation! Here I come! It's over! Lady Slimy yearns to be let free!
I'm at 300! Burning Sword! Water, hear my call!
Double Demon Blade!
Red!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
More? Take this! Crush! It's over! Burn! You're mine! You're finished! Blow away! More? Take this! Double Demon Fang!
That'll bring you down!
I'm on it.
Megasonic Thrust!
Elusive
Suddenly! In an instant! Impact Block! More?
Can you take it?
Here I come!
Eat this.
By the power of
Dragon
water!
Swarm!
Lightning! Downfall! Do it!
Take this! All in order! More?
Radiant
Take
Pierce!
this!
Dust to dust.
No further!
Ready and ready.
You're mine!
Lightning! Eat
Dragon
Out
Swarm!
of ammo!
Negative gate.
Watson!
Oh, now I'm real mad.
Dragon Swarm! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Glacial
More?
Spear! Pierce evil!
You're mine!
Freeze Lancer!
Ignite! You're mine!
Resonate with the earth.
It's over!
I can carve through armor.
Crush!
Dragon Shout. Inferno
Here I
Punch.
come! It's over!
Bring you a bloody house.
Here I come!
I'm on it. Denied.
Take this! You're more?
I'm on it. Rip and tear.
To the tomb!
Eagle assault.
Where are you going?
Here I come! Do it! Dragon Swarm!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis! Searing Flame! Reload!
Swallow
Dragon
dance.
Swarm!
Air pressure.
Water!
Dragon
Hear my
Swarm.
call!
Eat this.
Take it!
Air
Dragon
punch.
Swarm! I'm ready! Suddenly! In an instant! Impact Block!
Everlasting
Pierce.
death. Negative gate.
This firearm feels like a part of me now.
Have you ever thought of wielding two at once?
Would be double.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zoogle somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, then if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom. Brace yourself! This one's tough!
It would appear I attract too much attention.
Burn it out!
Here's the evil!
Dragon Swarm!
That buzzing is
Driving me mad!
Give me your death, Then tonight's meal is on you. Leave these
Shia,
talents.
can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
It's over! Take it! Here I come! Eternal devastation! Inferno punch! Enough! Crush! Eagle ray! It's over! Here! Here I come! Crush!
I'm out of ammo! I'm almost up there! Annihilation!
It's over!
Mega ray!
Resonate with the earth!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Eat this! Dragon form! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Take this! Burn in hell!
They smite with blackened blade!
Eat this! Execution! Megasonic thrust!
Blood! Rending you apart! Another incantation ruined!
Crush! With the Eternal devastation! The
Now
flame
you see
inside
what I can
me
do!
yearns to be let free!
Strike! Go away!
Mirage!
Stalagmite!
Strike!
I'm on it!
You're finished! You're mine! Take this! Mirage!
Elusive deity!
You're finished!
Elusive deity! I'll face you!
We did not chance!
Reflect on that. We got the advantage!
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause Raw's on!
Here I come!
I never miss!
I'm ready! All yours, Kisara!
Here I come! I'm on! You're finished!
Bathed in blood! Bloody howling!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Guess I misread the landing.
Bad feeling about this.
Try harder! Now,
Shattering pieces!
freaking not chance!
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
You're finished!
I'll finish you here and now! Eagle Fly!
Eternal devastation! Dragon form! Eat dirt!
Now I'm in the groove!
It's over!
Eagle Assault!
Here! Dragon swarm!
Inferno Punch!
Here I come!
Now you see what I can do!
Dragon swarm!
Can't get out of this!
Storm!
Radiant light!
You see what happened there as you crossed me? Shouldn't have done that!
Dragon swarm!
I'll heal you all!
Dragon swarm!
Healing circle!
Dragon swarm! Struck!
That helps.
That'll bring you down!
I'm on Dragon swarm! You're finished! It's a flame inside me!
Now you're fine!
Annihilation!
Burn in hell! Sword!
Searing flame! Back into the
Here I come!
Annihilation!
Can't get out of this! I'm just getting
Blow
started!
away!
How's this?
Catapult!
Here I go! Laser sphere! Here's the evil door!
Negative gate!
Freeze laser!
Blood! Rending you apart! I'll tear you apart!
Chromatography sword!
I can carve through all! Negative gate!
Dragon form!
Let's tear him up!
Double demon fang!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it. Here I go. I'm ready.
You must be tired of healing me.
I'm merely doing what I can to help.
Glad you're on up, Dohalim.
These fists have got your name on them!
Not today! Take this! Dance! You're off! Here! Storm! It's around devastation!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Benediction light.
I'm ready!
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade! So that didn't go as planned.
We must consider well if this... is the right path.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans, or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquil. Or... perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You mean like how some places favor built... stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
That's an interesting way of looking.
Brace yourself!
Let me help.
This one's tough! Damn it!
Here I go.
Here! Dragon Swarm!
These ones can run rings around us. Glacial
Fine freeze! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Demon Fang! Here! Shine! Radiant light! The flame inside is yours to be let free!
Eat this!
You're finished!
Don't
Here I come!
Why thank you, your lordship?
And will you lay down your life for your lord?
Well, I mean, hey, let's not be hasty.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the puzzle is for me!
Eternal devastation!
Eat this!
Stop! Pierce! Eat this!
Burning strike! Water!
Dragon Swarm! Here I come! It's over!
Flame of fury! Burning strike!
Strike! Crush! Dragon Swarm!
Flame of fury! Burning strike! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Freeze blade!
Here I come! It's over!
On your lightning!
Take this!
Air pressure!
It's over!
Gemini Aqua!
Everlasting.
Take this! Megasonic Block!
These fists have got your name on them!
It's on! Eternal devastation! Dragon Swarm! Take this! We've turned the tables on them.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
I'm even stronger than before.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! Megasonic Block! Dragon Swarm! Burn in hell! Okay, I'll take you all on!
I'm on it! Rip and tear!
Eternal devastation! Crush!
Crescent flat!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Dragon Swarm! First strike! Eternal devastation!
Do it!
Crush!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I need to be stronger.
those thorns.
I'm not letting them get in our way!
This'll make... us even more formidable.
Looks like trouble. Together, we've got this!
Careful! It has some kind of camouflage!
It's on!
Radiant blood!
Dragon form! Burn! Dragon form!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Not in your dreams! Freeze laser!
You're finished!
Here, let me help! First aid!
Here I come!
Here,
Smash you! Crush!
Blood, rending you apart.
Here, let me help!
In a bind?
Crush! Take this!
Super swallow game!
Crush!
Here, let me help!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm just getting started.
The flame inside me is yours to be let free!
Grind you into dust!
Megasonic thrust!
Now!
Not today!
How dare you oppose! Catapult!
Water, hear my
Here I
call!
come! You're
Red!
finished!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Freeze laser!
Radiant light! Force of
I may have said more than I can
Charging
chew.
us!
That's what my shield's for.
No more playing
Get behind
nice.
me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
being interrupted.
Thank you for the healing, Doberine.
Our comrades need our abilities to survive.
Right. No one is dying
I
on
may
our
be less
watch.
pleasant than usual.
Wait, when have you ever been pleasant?
Not since meeting you, Law.
Should have kept my mouth shut.
You're mine!
Let me free you of your power.
Dragon form! This one's all mine! Dragon form! Severing wind!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
Dragon form!
Flame of
Eternal devastation!
You like me?
Pierce evil!
Negative gate!
Freeze laser!
Elusive
Here's
deity!
a healing arc! First aid!
Should have messed with me!
Dragon
Negative
form!
gate!
Mega ray!
Resonate with the earth!
It's too much! Try harder!
Rending you apart!
Annihilation! Mega ray!
Bloody! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this!
Dragon
I'm
form!
just getting started!
Now,
When you're dead, then tonight's meal is on you. You got it.
What's this?
Mega ray!
throw away!
Tornado
Do
drive!
it!
Raining slash!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here!
Need to hear me.
Take this!
I'm sorry to be bothered.
We've all got enough to know.
Yes, ma'am.
I owe you one.
Freeze Lancer!
Eternal devastation!
Glacial Spear!
Blow away!
What a relief.
Freeze Lancer!
Rise and Falcon!
Freaking does it.
Here!
Radiant! Here!
Grenade slash!
You're done! Glacial Spear!
Megasonic
Here's
thrust!
evil!
Dragon!
Freeze
Luno
Lancer!
Rondo!
I'll smash you.
That'll bring you down!
Mirage! Take this! Take this!
Now I'm in the groove.
Mega Ray!
Severing Wing!
Gemini
Soaring
Ultra!
Light Care!
Mega Ray!
Whirling snap.
Ignite!
Annihilation!
Eternal devastation! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade. See that?
That training's paying off! Regenerate Sphere!
Lunar Corruption! Do
I
it!
owe you one!
Swallow there.
Get toasty!
Bird strike.
My exploits are bearing fruit. My word, this must be the work of Providence.
Proba what now?
It means destiny. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Okay, here I go.
I think I'll
These
pass on the
fists have got
handshake.
your name on them.
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Anything in armor is all mine. I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Crush! Dragon swarm!
Oh, now take this!
To be let free! Wind! Megasonic thrust! Eat Radiant light! Take this!
Regenerate!
Megasonic thrust!
Smash you!
Thanks!
Reload!
Eternal devastation!
now!
Megasonic thrust! Here!
I'll tear you apart!
On Dragon swarm!
Reload!
Talon Watch this!
Mega Ray!
Plasma!
Annihilation! Lightning!
Severing
Flame
Wind!
of Fury!
Lunar Rondo! Soaring Light Sphere!
Eagle Assault!
Mirage! Resist! Megasonic thrust! Crush!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Ready? Glitter Dragon! Win! Not today! Double Demon Fang! Here!
Burn up!
Megasonic Dragon
Outstanding form!
You're my try harder! Win! On your way! You're on! Everyone win!
Being
Try
interrupted.
harder! Double Demon Fang! Megasonic Thrust! Win!
Radiant light!
Soaring Light Spear! Stardust! Mirage!
For the win.
You're mine!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Megasonic Thrust!
Talon Hurricane! Go!
Dragon Swarm!
Like Arch Steel! Into the fray! Annihilation!
Try harder!
Mega Ray!
Now! Inferno Light Spear! Stardust!
Mega Ray! Nothing gets by me! Eagle Ray!
Mirage! Megasonic Thrust!
Outstanding form!
Mega Ray!
I'm ready! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! I'm ready!
Must be easy to pick off the bad guys from far off.
It is. I mean, aside from adjusting for movement, winds...
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this. I shall ensure you survive this.
Insects should stay on the ground.
Radiant!
You got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman hit!
It's all yours!
Negative
Win!
They smite with black and blade.
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
It was nice while it
Dragon
lasted.
Swarm!
Talon Hurricane!
Mirage! Glitter Strike!
I'm on a roll now.
It's over!
That'll bring you down. Do it!
In a bind? Over won't
The
save
flame
you.
inside me yearns to be let free!
By the power of
Dragon
water!
Swarm!
Now I'm real mad. Can you take it?
Water! Outstanding form!
You're finished!
Glacial...
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it!
Here I go!
Megasonic Thrust!
Dance on the wing!
I'm all knocked up!
Eternal Devastation!
I'm on it! Crush this!
I'm ready! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! Green Blazer!
I'm on it!
Hurricane! Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready!
In an instant! Impact Block!
I'm even stronger than before.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Try harder! Crush! Roll away! Dragon form! It can hide its own lord. Amazing!
Being
Eternal
interrupted.
devastation! Burn in hell! Here I come! Crush! I'm not done! Here I come!
You can't get out of this!
Crush! Dragon swarm! Talon heart!
These six have got your name on them!
Eternal devastation!
Quit pushing yourself in.
Behind us!
I'll be right as rain in no time.
Allow me to help you.
Demon
From
Fang!
beyond,
Double demon
imbue
fang!
this vanquished soul with love. Resuscitation!
No further.
You'll pay for that! Demon Fang!
I'll bring you back. Right. Sounds like a plan to me.
I'm gonna do it! Eternal devastation!
My trials, my downfall.
You're mine!
Healing circle.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
You picked the wrong fight!
Eat this!
Change of strength.
Dragon swarm!
Duly noted.
Outstanding form.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Here I come! I have no limit! Megasonic throw!
Armor won't save you! In a bind?
Eternal devastation!
Another incantation of ruin.
Here, let me help. Leave the enemy's arc to me.
No, I'll burn it all! Flaming pillar! Fire!
Shine!
Here I
Radiant!
Water! Burn!
Regenerate!
Pierce! Megasonic thrust! You're mine!
Water. Here's the assault.
Leave the target to me.
A thrilling performance. Let me free you of your power.
Eternal devastation! Dragon swarm!
I'll finish you here and now!
I'm ready!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! Megasonic thrust! Dragon swarm! Megasonic thrust!
See anyone?
Crush!
I'm on a roll now!
Severing wind!
Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic vision! Resonate with the Earth!
Dragon swarm!
Prepare to be seized.
Dragon swarm!
Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Let's talk and more doing.
Double demon fang! It's on!
Now I'm in the groove! Watch it!
Eternal devastation!
Inferno punch!
Dragon swarm!
See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Crush! You're mine!
Reflect. They smite with blackened blade.
Dragon swarm!
I'll tear you apart.
Megasonic thrust! Here I
Watch
come!
this.
I'm not done!
Hear my
Inferno punch!
You picked the wrong fight!
Incantation ruin.
Dragon swarm!
Anything in your mind, tearing you apart.
It's over! get through me. You're mine! You're finished! On your knees. Dragon Swarm!
I never miss!
Shine! Radiant light! Mega Sonic!
Nice
Dragon Swarm!
Unsealed!
What a
Eternal
can't get out of this!
Water!
Don't suffer inside. Now you see what I can do!
Mega Sonic Thrust! Flame inside me! Yours to be left free! Inferno Punch! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Power!
I'm just getting
Lick it! Dragon Swarm!
What is... Hey, you okay?
I can still do this!
Come on, Barry!
Now I can let loose! Eternal Devastation!
Swallow dead!
Dragon Swarm! You're mine!
Not in your dreams!
Come on, roll now!
Radiant
You see what happened there as you crossed? Shouldn't have done that.
Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready. Eat this!
You're mine!
Ready and ready.
You're mine! You're finished! Eternal Devastation!
Here's evil!
Here I come!
I can carve through all.
It's over! I'm not... That's right! It's over!
Resonate with the
Not a
earth.
chance! Crush!
Here we go again. Roll it
On
now.
Here!
Swallow dead.
Eternal Devastation! Double Demon Fang! Ignite!
Watch this.
Do it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I can feel my precision improving.
I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Dragon Swarm! It's over!
Two heads? That's not even fair!
Dragon Swarm!
Everlasting
Megasonic Thrust!
Negative gate! All phases here now!
Dragon Swarm!
Legion snowing to me. Yeah! And tunneling to me! Take this!
Megasonic Thrust! Burn! Dragon Swarm!
That'll bring you down!
Elusive deity! Oh, now
Soaring
you're
high!
No dawn shall break me now!
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight! Megasonic Thrust! Eternal Devastation!
The earth throbs in pain. In a bind?
Eternal Devastation! Crush!
Resonate with the earth! Plasma! These fists have got your name on them!
Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! You're mine!
Whirlwind snap! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon shout! Glimmer dragon!
This one's all mine! Burn it out!
The fluidity of your moves is simply incredible.
Megasonic Thrust! I'll grind you into dust! Away!
Hear my call!
No escape! Catapult!
Glacial Spear!
Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine!
Eternal
That'll bring you
Devastation!
down!
You're mine!
I can cross through armor!
Megasonic Thrust! Dragon Swarm!
You can't get out of this!
No escape! Hero Swarm! Here! This is all mine!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Remember to tell me. If you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
Man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Leave the chart!
To me!
Take it!
Dragon Swarm!
Radiant light!
Dragon Swarm!
Of regeneration!
I'll heal you all!
Grant me the strength to march on!
Ignite!
I can't heal you forever!
I've been hit with something! Dragon...
Roger that!
Devastation!
Calamity! Eat this!
Dragon Swarm! Crush! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm ready!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
They smite with lightning
Eternal Devastation!
and rare!
Dragon Swarm!
Talon Hurricane!
gonna need more than that. I'll finish you
Oh, now I'm real mad.
Here I come! Not today! First strike! Eternal devastation!
I never miss!
Armor won't save you.
Confiscated!
Elusive deity. Now I'm in the groove.
Here I come!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Tectonic mind!
Take this!
Eagle ray!
Graviton field!
Pierce!
Now it was...
I must remember my limits.
It's over! Dragon Swarm!
Reload!
You're mine!
Reload!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop you.
Take it!
Glacial spear! Let's take off the pressure!
Burn!
Freeze laser!
Stardust!
Going in!
You're on!
Take the roll now!
Tiger blade! Water! Hear my call!
You're mine! Pierce!
These fists have got your name on them!
House pick! Lightning!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that! Annihilation! Magna ray!
You're mine!
Annihilation!
Pierce!
Magna ray!
You're finished!
Then the sky
what I
is
can do.
mine! On guard! Ground and power!
Pierce!
Lightning! Downpour!
Crush!
Far enough!
Here I come!
I never miss!
I could do without this pain.
Water! Hear my
Take
call! Red!
Burn!
Make it ready! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
I got it!
Got what?
I can chop up vegetable scraps and use them in the seasonings.
Should've known. That's what it was gonna be about.
What do you think this place was for?
What the hell? Are they asleep?
No. They appear to be well preserved. However, they are all dead.
Dead? So this is a mass grave?
Looks that way. However, none of them appear to be Helganquil.
Bear in mind that Renans were originally Danans, who were remade and sent to live on Lenegus. Knowing that, they would have needed a place to perform the procedures somewhere.
And that place is here, I assume.
So what you're saying is that all of these are Danan, or rather, Renan bodies?
Most likely, yes. It must have been abandoned for one reason or another.
There are so many of them. They were all taken away, but never given the chance to wake.
What is that thing?
Something we have to fight if we want to get across, it seems.
Be careful! It's huge!
What is with all the huge lumbering beasts lately?
It's no ordinary zoo. That much is damn sure.
Watch yourselves. All bets are off when it comes to this thing.
Lunar corruption! Lunar blast!
Eternal devastation! Crush!
Talon hurricane!
Here I come!
Into the shadows!
No escape! Eternal devastation! It's over!
Infernal punch! I'll finish you here and now!
You're finished!
In a bind?
Talon hurricane! Megasonic crush!
Its head is its weak point? We'll need to bring it down somehow to hit it.
In that case, let's start with the one in the middle.
Negative
Dragon Swarm!
Now you see what I can do!
Eternal devastation! I'm not done!
Here I go!
Negative
You're finished! Dragon Swarm!
Glacial spear!
Double
Here's
demon
the evil!
fang!
I'm just getting started!
Dragon Swarm! Eat dirt!
There!
Dragon Swarm!
Soaring
Mega ray!
Demon Blast!
Annihilation!
Can you take it?
Far enough! Outstanding
I'm not
form!
done!
Glacial spear! Here's
It's
the
over!
evil!
Can you take it?
You're mine!
Where are you going?
No escape! Take it!
You require a
Hear me!
Come on, roll now!
You're finished!
Hear my call!
Anything in order is all mine!
Hear me!
Elusive deity!
Glacial spear! Here's the evil!
You're mine! Eternal devastation!
Freeze lantern!
Here!
Talon hurricane!
I can't get out of this!
Talon hurricane! Graviton field!
Dance on the way!
Mega ray!
Inside me, yours to be let free!
Talon Storm! Bloody another incantation ruined!
Here! Eat dirt!
Now you see what I can do!
Dragon Swarm!
Healing circle!
Take this!
I'll finish you here and now!
Here!
So much for sitting this far.
That wouldn't be a complaint, my dear.
No Betty! Amazing.
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
A wall to
I
shield
never
from
miss.
calamity.
Eternal devastation!
I'll finish you here and now!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
No odds of being interrupted.
Dragon Swarm! Not today!
This!
Dragon Swarm!
Eat this! I'll grind you into
Healing
dust!
circle!
Dance on the wind! Can't get out of this!
Steering
Dragon
flame! Reload!
A thrilling performance.
Burning strike!
Dragon
It's over!
Denied! Freeze lantern!
Megasonic
I'm
Crush!
ready!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Everlasting darkness!
Crush!
Lunar hurricane!
Dragon Swarm!
By the power of
Megasonic Crush! Dragon
Gemini
Swarm!
Aqua! Annihilation!
Armor won't save you!
Mega ray!
No escape! It's time!
I'll finish you here and now!
Dragon Swarm!
Infernal punch! Healing! Bloody fury!
Megasonic Crush!
Eat dirt!
Not today!
Such unadulterated
Dragon
fury.
Swarm!
Where are you going?
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Healing! Flame of fury! Turning strike! Now play the clear! Here's evil!
Dragon Swarm!
Freeze
They
lantern!
smite with blackened blade!
You're done! Raining Flash!
Leave the charges to me!
Radiant light in a bind! I've let you all down.
Stay away from my friends!
Burning strike! Freeze lantern!
Here!
Benediction light.
Severing Wing!
I That plan sounds good to
Eternal
me!
Devastation! This one's all mine!
Gemini Aqua!
Elusive deity!
You're mine!
Tornado drive! You're trying to take us out. Well, I won't go quiet!
Dragon Sword!
Spirit Flame! Reload!
Crescent Flash!
Lightning!
Reflect on thy
Flame
sin.
of Fury!
They might with Dragon You may be strong, but you ain't dead. Couldn't make it in time.
Thank you for the healing,
Can't get out of
Dolan.
Our comrades need our abilities. Survive.
Right. No one is dying on our watch. Flaming Meteor!
Can you take it?
Far enough!
Tempest!
Not on my watch!
I'll try you in the center!
Radiant Star! Tiger Blade! Let's keep up the pressure!
Begin!
Heavy Flame of Fury! Burning Strike! Heavy Flame of Fury! Burning Strike! In here! There! Go!
Heal!
Glacial Fire! Up and at 'em! Wild down! You're off! Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Can you take it?
Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy Glitter!
face you.
Holy Lamp! Glacial Fire! Here goes! First!
Everlasting dark!
Inferno!
Negative gate! Can you take it? You're mine!
Win! Card now!
It's
Through
fine.
guard! In here!
No further!
Primed and ready! Don't mind if I do! Where are you going? Going in!
Such unadulterated fury.
Magic is mine! In here!
Negative gate!
Glacial Fire! Radiant! Here!
Negative gate!
I didn't think you had it in you.
Focus. There'll be time to congratulate me later.
Nothing much I can say to that.
They smite with blackened blade!
I heal you now! New strategy?
Forgive me.
I like the
This
sound
is
of
my
that.
fault.
I'll bring you back from death.
Benediction light.
Heal! From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with light. Resuscitation! Reflect on thy sins. They smite with blackened blade!
Here's the crescent moon! Puddle! Tiger Blade! Lion Power!
Execution! From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with light. Resuscitation!
Switch to offense! Illuminate the
Not
dark!
done yet!
Come forth! Holy
Negative
glory!
gate!
Inferno all day! On guard!
Negative...
No further.
You have to hold on! This one's mine! On guard! That's it! I'll bring you back from death to take this! Flaming Meteor! My astral raging cascade! Lightning! In here! Another in your dreams! 20 left! Lightning! Downfall!
Captivity!
Will this help? Look sharp! Tempest! That's it!
Reflect on thy
I can't hold
Let
on
me
much
see what I
longer!
can do.
Dance in the wind! Glacial Spear! I owe you, Sion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
All mine can
No
do is cause
further.
havoc and destruction. In here! Lion
Cosmic Rupture!
Flaming Meteor!
Captivity!
Crescent Moon!
Take this!
Sealed! Radiant Here! Look sharp! What
deity.
Watch them sleep now! I can handle it! Flaming Meteor! More with that! This one's far enough! This one's mine! Holy Land! What? I'll heal you all! On guard! Guardian Field! That'll bring you down!
Ready and ready! Eagle
Take
Blade!
this! Here's a healing heart! Lightning and fast aid! Right, this one's mine! Hold on to your heart!
Javelin! All yours, Kisara!
The hell was that thing?
Probably something that was made here and somehow managed to survive, even after all this time. Not that there's any way of knowing now.
What's wrong?
Oh, I just suddenly found myself contemplating what might have happened to the sovereigns that were meant to emerge from the crown contests.
What do you mean?
You see, the winners of the past crown contests were all strong astral arts practitioners. Furthermore, that enemy we just fought appeared to be composed of several human bodies. It was certainly nothing one would find in nature.
You're saying those were the remains of the winners? That they forgot who they once were?
I'm merely saying it's a possibility.
That's... Absolutely gruesome. How long had the Helganquil been at this?
It was Rena's great spirit that made them do all of this. Anything to get its astral energy.
We're not gonna jump down, right?
I certainly hope not.
After hearing Dohalim's suggestion, I'm honestly not sure what to say. So, looks like the Helganquil have been engineering Zeugles too. Why doesn't that surprise me at this point?
The creatures we've been encountering here have been a little different to what we're used to fighting, but I'm pretty sure they're Zeugles too.
Do you think they were engineered using creatures native to the area?
Indeed. However, based on the current circumstances, I would guess these Zeugles are all that's left of the planet's fauna now.
You mean, there might have been native owl species here once upon a time too?
We're back in that other room? Did the teleporter fail or something?
Something feels off about it.
Look! Everything's upside down!
The furnishings are at least. No, you're right. The whole room's flipped on its head.
So what was once down is now up, and vice versa. I suppose the teleporter reversed our orientation then.
I guess this is the flip side of that pathway we were walking on just a little while ago.
This is crazy. Who knew such amazing technology existed?
Everything's topsy-turvy and that's... all you can think about?
Bear in mind, the core of Rena now sits above us. I pray that we won't encounter many stairs along the way.
Bad
Feeling about this.
Swallow down! They might it's over!
This is gonna need all of us
In a
together!
bind!
Mega Ray! Annihilation!
Exploit the enemy's weakness!
Annihilation!
Take this! Leave the charges to me! Soaring blast! Can't move! Couldn't make it in time. Here! I'll blind you into doubt! You're mine! You're finished! Denied! Armor won't save you!
Amazing.
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Freeze Lancer!
What's this?
Bathed in blood.
Rending you apart. I'm on bloody That'll bring you down.
Resonate with the take. This! Swallow blade!
Radiant, here! Don't mind if I do!
Demon fang!
Outstanding form!
Almost! These fists have got your name on them! Move!
Don't leave me!
Dust to dust!
Annihilation! Mega Ray!
All good things! I can carve through armor! Dust to dust!
Water!
Talon!
Nothing gets by me.
Knock it into next week!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil! Freeze Lancer!
Deny! They smite with blackened blade!
By the power of water!
I'll aid you!
Blood!
Rending you bloody
Mega Ray! Annihilation! Mega Ray!
I'll aid you!
Eat dirt!
I've let you all down. Forgive me.
Shield!
This is my fault.
No more playing nice!
I'll face
Radiant, here!
Not so fast!
By the power of water!
I'll face you!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil! On my watch! Freeze Lancer! Freeze Lancer!
I can handle it. Hear my call. Far enough.
Fred! Glacial Spear!
Now
Pierce
it's my
Evil!
turn!
Freeze Lancer!
I'll face you!
Mega Ray! Watch and
Begin!
Annihilation! Mega Ray! Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Look sharp.
Tempest
This
Wall!
one's mine.
Begin!
This isn't ideal.
By the power of water! Triple Marksman handle
You have to
this.
hold on.
Tempest
Look
Wall!
sharp. Going in.
Flame!
That's it.
Reload!
On guard.
Lightning!
Take this.
Field! Ready!
By the flaming meteor.
Annihilation!
Tiger blade. Flaming meteor.
I'm out of ammo! Illuminate the dark! Back into the flame!
Tiger blade.
Holy land!
Their arms were interrupted!
Flaming meteor.
In the wind!
Going in.
In here! Hear me! Flame of fury!
This one's ready to go. Tiger blade. On guard.
Raging storm!
That's it.
Flaming
meteor!
Xion! Astral energy! Full throttle!
We may be a touch beyond our depth.
We barely got a look at the thing.
What are those? They look like Xion's thorns, and with flowers too.
Not real ones, though. They're just like that flower growing out of Rena.
We must be getting close to the Great Spirit now.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that thing you said about how a little bit of Dana's Great Spirit is inside all of us?
Right. That's why Dana's Great Spirit is so much more diluted. Weak, even. Whether it was a choice so it didn't overpower others, or just the way it is anyone's guess.
If that's true, then wouldn't it mean Dana's will could never form under natural conditions?
So if Dana exists within all of us, then what if that unity could potentially act as—
You mean if everybody was, like, thinking the exact same thing at the—
I know it's a long shot.
Let's assume that's even.
If nothing else, it might be an option if...
Things are different here than on the surface.
That shows how deeply we ventured into Rena.
And how close we've come to the real enemy.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! Dragon Swarm!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal.
Where are you going?
Super Swallow Day!
Throbs in pain.
Lunar Corruption! Gemini Aqua!
Shadow pieces!
I'm ready!
Bathed in blood. Rending
This
you
one's
apart.
mine!
Bloody howling! I'll smash you!
On your...
Can't be happening!
Forgive me.
Not
This is my... Can you take it? No further.
I'm not done yet!
So here's a question. We came all this way to...
Don't. Just...
Yeah, but I'm just...
I said...
I can understand.
Oh,
We've managed to...
such as...
The Great Spirit.
Not only...
It may be straight, so thank.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Hold on to your armor.
Can't move!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Mega Ray!
No dawn shall break this night!
Lightning! Let's cut our losses.
The floor's on the ceiling and the ceiling's on the floor.
The Helganquil can bend life forms to suit their...
The ceiling is on the floor.
What good is a team made up of members who all And besides, when you get...
Oh, come on, Grandpa. You can't...
The sands of time wait for no...
Yeah,
You will. We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Dragon Swarm!
Annihilation!
You're mine!
Mega Ray!
Leave the charges to me! Dragon! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! There!
Mirage!
They smite with blackened blade! Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Execution!
Screaming bathed in blood.
Take this! Dragon Swarm! Whirling Megasonic Thrust!
Annihilation!
Crush!
Can't get out of this!
By the power of water!
Dragon Swarm! Stay away from my friends! It's no time! Eternal Devastation! Dragon Swarm!
Here!
Ignite! Dragon Swarm!
That'll bring you down! Talon Hurricane!
Here I
Do it!
Great! More Sukos?
Keep calm and take them down!
Eternal Devastation!
Leave the enemy's arts to me.
No complaints here! We've turned the tables more?
Can't be happening!
Here I could try hard! Not a chance! Soaring Light Spear! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
More? Soaring
Ready.
Mirage! Take this! Dragon Swarm! Megasonic Thrust!
Looks like trouble with a cabin.
It's not too late to bow out.
Together we... I'm not looking to get our tails kicked to us.
That's exactly why.
I won't give up! When did I get to be?
Eternal Devastation! This should do it! Eternal Devastation!
Not my fight.
Leave the enemy's arts to me.
No complaints here.
Crush! Megasonic thrust! You're fit! Try harder! On your way. Now or never. I can't move! Those are impressive skills.
They took a lifetime. Master.
Then I'll have to keep training.
Megasonic thrust! You're mine!
I'll bring you back from death to bed.
Here I come! Soaring light spear!
Will this help?
You're mine!
Eat stir.
Here!
I'll bring you back
Dragon
from
form!
death to bed. Resuscitation!
Here I come!
Used too much.
No more playing nice! We're changing course. Roger that.
The flame inside is yours to be let free! No escape! Megasonic thrust!
More sequels?
Keep calm and take them down.
Okay, here I go!
Here, Howard Hurricane! Burning Laser Spear. Now. Anything in order.
Devastation!
I'm ready!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! More? My turn! Stardust! Thrust! Soaring light spear!
Resonate with the
Here I
earth!
come!
Stalagmite!
Burn!
On your knees!
Megasonic totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Just keep coming!
Glacial Spear. Here's the evil.
No further!
Freeze Lancer.
I'm ready! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis. Reinforcements.
Resonate with the earth!
Megasonic thrust! Here! It's on!
Here's a
Not
healing
today!
I'm ready!
Astral Energy.
Say no more!
Radiant.
My turn! Begin! Stardust!
Elusive deity! No dawn to break this night!
Denied.
Crush!
Make it roll.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Here I go.
More? Take this!
Smite with
Mirage!
Lightning Blade!
Crush! Here I come!
Mark can handle this. Not on my watch.
I'm ready!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Did it!
Yeah. Nice technique.
Take this!
That's it.
Eternal Devastation! This one's all mine! Megasonic thrust! Dragon form!
Make it rain. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! More?
I'm going.
In a bind?
Ignite!
Lightning.
Eternal Devastation!
Flame of Fury.
Dragon form!
Glacial Spear. Here's the
Eternal
evil.
Devastation!
Either way!
Do it.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
More?
Excited.
Eternal Devastation!
Resonate with the earth! Are they calling reinforcements?
Thin them out. Don't get surrounded. Denied.
Bloody
Never
howling!
miss. This one's mine.
Here I come! Crush! Move it! This
That'll
one's
bring
all
you
mine!
down. Make it rain. I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your lust!
More?
Reinforcements incoming. Not a problem.
Burn!
Inferno.
It's over!
Freeze
Dragon
Lancer.
form!
Not in your dreams.
Crush!
Do it. Astral Energy.
Say no more!
Resonate with the earth!
Megasonic thrust!
Stalagmite! Then take this!
Flow away!
On guard.
Here I come! Air pressure! Rising Falcon!
Blood! Rending you
Crush!
apart! Bloody
Make it
Blow
rain.
away! Lightning slash!
This is it. On guard. Inferno Crosser.
Take this!
The tempest engulfs you!
The flame inside me! Yours to be let free!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Zeugles here are putting up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here under such harsh conditions.
The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah. It's like when I made it's almost as though—
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helga. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna—
Rinwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell?
No, I'm fine.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten your—
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rin.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to, but that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit—
What do you mean, one world?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's—
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite.
The Great Spirit is scared, but it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, at the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the— Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do—
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit— And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seemed to be doing— Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her?
If that's all true, then— Well, it's more than a—
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with
Shion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said—
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena. No masters or slaves.
Come and face me! On your knees.
Dragon Shell!
Never altered resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Sometimes
Full of
retreat
dance.
is the best strategy.
This one's tough! Eat dirt!
I never miss!
Oh, now you're talking!
Confiscated!
I'll grind you into dust! Take this! Exploit the enemy's weakness!
By the power of water!
I'm just getting started!
Here!
You're finished!
I'm off my focus!
This one's all mine! Not today! Dragon
By
Claw!
the power of water! Annihilation!
I'm right behind you!
Searing flame!
Demon Fang!
Radiant here!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Now, while it's healing!
Take it down!
Demon Fang!
Burning strike! Glacial spear!
Now
Here's
I'm
the evil!
The enemy wields art too.
We'll soon see about that!
What? I may be less pleasant than usual.
Wait, when have you ever been pleasant?
Not since meeting you, Law.
You'll find no
shut.
mercy.
Grant me the strength!
Eat dirt!
Eat this! Rotating pile! Eat this! Soaring blast!
Sonic Thrust!
Rotating pile!
Where are you going?
Demon Fang!
Soaring blast! Let's tear 'em up!
No further.
Searing flame!
Spinning a drive!
Water, hear my call!
I'll
Demon
face you!
Fang! Double Demon Fang!
I must remember my limits.
Glacial spear, pierce evil!
Deny!
Free flame!
You're done!
Double Demon Fang!
It's over!
Burn!
Here I go! Conflict! Magna Ray!
I'm on it!
Annihilate! Magna Ray!
Double Demon Fang!
You're done!
Demon
Not
Fang!
in your dreams!
Resonate with the earth!
There!
No arts are being interrupted.
Gravitas
Double
field!
Demon Fang!
Oh, and
Take this!
Demon Fang! Double
Bloody
Demon
Searing
Fang!
flame!
On your
Reload!
knees!
This one's mine!
Demon Fang! Double
Searing
Demon
flame!
Fang!
Reload!
Take this!
It's weakened!
This ends now! First strike!
Glacial spear!
Demon Fang!
Burning strike! Glacial spear!
No!
Keep them here!
Forgive me. This is
Do
my...
it!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
Wherever we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander, but I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you... There are no fish here. I couldn't cook any of my delicious dinners for you all if we lived here.
Clearly the worst point against it.
Don't tell me! Rending you a bloody resonate with the earth!
Here goes!
On your knees.
Oh, it'll body slam us into next week!
Brace yourself! This one's tough!
No guard shall break this night. Swallow dance!
Damn it!
Radiant, here!
Last one out gets eaten alive!
To think, the only
If Rena had been more like
It's like
Rena's energy.
Whereas Dan,
as for
dichotomy.
Those who, I imagine, is
everything in Mop. I have a bad feeling about this.
Can't move!
Don't give up! Mega Ray! Lightning! Stealth Bomb! Careful! It has some kind of camouflage!
So those thorns of Shion's, they're really a part of Rena's great spirit?
Most likely. But only a small fragment of it in the big picture. I don't sense a will of its own emanating from them.
If it's that insignificant, is there that much point getting rid of it?
Trouble with a capital T!
Together, we've got this!
Rending you bloody hot! Resonate with the earth! It's in your
It's
hands.
a duel of the arts! Spear! Pierce evil! This one's mine!
We got fire!
I've
Now
got
you
this!
see what I
Let
can
a
do!
marksman handle it! Don't mind if I do!
All yours! It's took!
Is this it?
Don't give up! Far enough! Gravitas field! Mega ray!
These sticks have got your name on them!
Mega ray!
finest.
Think again! Here goes! You're mine! I'm only getting... It's over!
Not done yet!
It's over! Take it!
Turtle Demon Fang!
I'll stop its charge! Thanks, Kisara!
Demon Fang!
Take it! Here, let me help! I can't heal you forever!
This one's all mine!
Take it!
Burn! An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Take it! Got you! Don't leave me! Lunar Blast! Annihilation! Primed and ready! I never miss! Sighted! You're mine! Confiscate! Sighted! I'm only getting... Think again! How's this? There! This can't be happening!
Man, I hope I live long enough to regret this. Stay calm. I shall provide it. Your armor won't save you!
Your body promises it next week!
Negative gate! Flying free! Why can't I just sit still?
Can you take care of them?
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Dragon form! I can't move!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Far enough! Back into the fray!
Take this!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Hear my call! I'm ready!
I'll end you!
This one's mine!
That frickin' does it! I've let you all down.
Radiant hit!
I'll face you.
Hear my call!
Not so fast.
Spread!
Begin! It's in your hands now.
I'm only getting... There! You're mine! What the...